What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Nikolé. Welcome back to Spin and Spill Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. I am your host, Nikolé, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Lady T.
And today's guest is super special, okay? So we have someone whose story feels like it is straight out of a movie. I'm not even kidding, all right? So we have an artist who was born in New York, raised in Cleveland, and now making waves in LA, okay? We've got the one and only Autumn Paige in the building.
Hi.
Yes. Okay, so this lady right here, as you can see, she blends soul, R&B, and pop into what she calls an atmosphere rather than just songs. And honestly, that's the perfect way to describe her sound. So from her church and theater roots to singing at Peppermint Club, Autumn's journey is all about authenticity, grit, and heart. She literally moved from LA with a dream and never looked back. Autumn, welcome to Spin and Spill Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you today? How are you feeling?
I am good. My morning has been eventful, but I'm good.
What'd you like to share?
Yeah, if you've ever been to LA, there are some crazy drivers out here. I was driving earlier, and I will say, I drive like a grandma, but like, I'm not fast. I'm not trying to race you. Like, I'm driving slow. You know what I mean? And so I literally have bumper stickers on the back of my car that say, "I'm just a girl. Please be patient." Or forewarning. There was literally a garbage truck in the middle of the street. And literally, like, multiple cars could fit before him and the next cars. They were at a stoplight. And so I go around the garbage truck, and next thing I know, there is this big, tall, at least 6'3" man standing at my window screaming at me that he was parked there for a reason and that I almost caused an accident, even there was no other cars there, and I got in front of him perfectly fine. I don't know. He was just screaming at me, and I was like, well, that is a start to my morning.
He's doing the absolute most. I'm glad you're here safely.
You know?
So we're going to start with a little segment called Soundcheck, okay? And that's basically, some quick little icebreakers, loosen up, because, in life, before we perform, we do have to soundcheck, or at least you should. So with that being said, we're going to get right into it. So what is the first show you've ever performed?
Ooh. Ever, like, performed as far as, like, on stage singing? Mm-hmm. I would have to say Music Man. I did Music Man in, like, maybe middle school. What's the in between when you're like 6th, 7th? Is it like 5th and 6th? Or is that elementary school?
Depending on like the state you're in and like the school district, they do. Sometimes they keep 5th and 6th in like a weird high? Elementary, but then like sometimes it's middle school.
That area. Okay. I was in Music Man as, I don't even know.
But you were in it though. You were there.
I was.
How did that feel for you? Like, the theater and everything like that.
It was honestly really cool. I did it at my town's like community center, I guess. It was like everybody in town who would want to be in it who was into theater. Mm-hmm. And so we were kind of like the kids in it, and then you had the adults and stuff like that. And it was really cool because it was really a big production, and you got to see like all of the whole costume department. Like there was a whole building for that you would go to and see all of the clothing and the things for that. I mean, that's in what, like, it's like the 50s that it takes place, I think, so seeing all of that old school clothing just like all together was really cool for me, and being able to be like a part of just the wonderful production was really amazing.
I love theater productions. I used to do production as well, like in high school. Cool. Yeah, I used to do like the plays and stuff. Yeah. And I remember one being Bye Bye Birdie. I think that was
That's
also
one of my favorites.
Yes. So, it's in the 50s or around that time, and dressing up in all like the old clothes and doing all that stuff. I don't know. It's just putting yourself in a cool little time portal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It does.
It's real cute. All right. So next question: what is a dream artist you would love to tour with?
I would have to say Doja Cat.
Ooh, yes.
We love Doja.
Yes.
She is just, yes, she just got it. She's got it.
Agreed. All right, so are you more of a night owl or early riser?
I'm definitely not a night owl. And technically I'm not an early riser, but I will force myself to be an early riser. I am probably in bed by 9-10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a sleepy queen. I'm going to go to sleep.
I love that. T, how long did you stay up last night?
I was up till 6:30 this morning.
Oh yeah, I could never. I couldn't. Like I literally would crash out.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like when I was younger, I used to be able to like get maybe like 4 hours of sleep and be okay. Like okay, I'm doing it. Now if I get 4 hours of sleep, I am grumpy. I'm cranky. I'm just nodding off like throughout the whole day. I can't do it no more.
I used to do it when I used to bottle girl when I lived in Houston.
Okay,
and so
that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was very, very fun. So yeah, I would be done with work at like 5 a.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I would sleep all day. So.
No, for sure. I was. We have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Me too. No, literally, because by the time like even being a DJ, like when the clubs close, sometimes you gotta like wrap things up or you gotta count the money and check for everything, and you'll get home and like, oh, the sun's coming.
Make sure your drunk friends get home safe.
Right.
That sounds like DJing at the afters. Okay, so what is like a biggest green flag in a studio session, and what's like a big red flag for you? So like walking in, you know it's either gonna be a good time or it's gonna be a rocky time.
I think a green flag is when I'm like able to sit down and be able to spill some tea a little bit and like kiki about it and then be like, oh, song idea. And then I think a red flag is when like it feels forced, like you're putting out ideas or you're spilling some tea and like people aren't vibing with it. I just feel like that goes to show like, oh, maybe we don't agree on the same things or have the same likes and stuff. Like maybe this writing session isn't gonna be easy to get through, you know.
How do you navigate through that? Because it's like at that point you kind of have to like do it and get through it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you tell yourself?
I try to find a middle ground that we do all connect on, and like kind of maybe more so moving away from my personal stories to more broad stories that are something everybody, like something very simple like love. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, what about a song about love? Or a song about, you know, wanting somebody and you can't have them. And then you put something out there that could be like, oh yeah, I've been through that. You know what I mean? And now you're able to be like, okay, cool. Now we can get the ball rolling and just kind of trying to find that middle ground where you can connect with those people, you know?
I love that. Because, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, they're all your coworkers, you know?
Yes.
You're not always going to align with your coworkers.
Exactly.
And that's okay. You know, it's a big world out there. So. But that's good that you can, you know, get through it without causing chaos and drama.
Yes.
Because we have to deal with that.
I don't want... I've had enough drama.
Fair.
I'm tired.
Oh my gosh, fair. Okay, so next question. Would you rather open for your favorite artist or have them hop on one of your songs?
And
it's tricky.
That's a real tricky question. I think I would rather have them hop on one of my songs because it's something that can last forever that I can listen to.
Yeah.
And a performance is something that is like a once in a lifetime like experience, but I think having that song would be more meaningful to me because I can listen to it and vibe to it over and over.
I love that.
Just put it on repeat. You know?
I love that. I would choose the same thing.
I know, same, honestly. Okay, so last question of this little segment. If you had no obligation or no music obligations at all for the night and you just have a chill, free Friday, what would you do?
I would go to 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Get some Funyuns.
Yes.
And what is the blue bottle that's the sparkling waters?
Oh,
It starts with the S.
San Pellegrino?
No, oh my God, it's right here.
That one.
The one where the guy like jumps in the pool and he like does the thing, he puts his face in the water. Come on, you know it. Everyone's making fun of him. the big blue bottle.
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
I don't
It's
either.
gonna bother me.
Oh my gosh.
It's like SAR. No,
I don't know. But that one.
oh my
And
God,
then
it's gonna bother me.
I would get some M&Ms.
Okay.
Yum.
And I would go home and I would sit on my couch and watch Barbie.
Oh,
Barbie. Okay.
love it. I
Wait.
love that movie.
Old Barbie though.
Yeah.
Not the new one.
Like 2001.
Yes.
The classic.
Very animated, crazy Barbie.
Barbie was so chaotic. Like when you look back on it, like the movies were just so. But it kind of matches. Like when you were younger and you play with like your Barbies or like My Scene dolls or Brads, you had them doing the most chaotic, insane things. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense that the movie would be like that too.
Exactly. Or Bratz. Bratz is my other one too.
Ooh,
I like
yeah.
Bratz
Bratz is so
babies,
good.
especially the sleepover one.
Yeah.
That one's a little creepy and I like it.
Wait, love it. We love
Yes,
it.
I agree.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next segment called The Drop, and that's basically where we get to learn more about you. Like, who is Autumn Paige for real? You know what I'm saying? So, you began singing in the church choir at 10 years old, which is amazing. What was the moment you knew music was something deeper for you?
Ooh, I'm gonna take it deep. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be a
no,
little
please.
dark.
That's why we here.
In middle school, I was bullied really bad. I was just different. I've always kind of stood out and just been different. I dressed differently than people. I lived in Ohio, so people kind of wore like, it was Nikes, pink, like name brand, and my family just honestly didn't have that. And I liked fashion. My dad was a stylist growing up, so I enjoyed thrifting, and so I would thrift a lot, and I wouldn't be wearing what everybody else wore, so they would make fun of me for that all the time. They'd make fun of my curly hair for being too big, being too wild, my eyebrows for being too thick, And so during that time, it was like a time where I was just like, am I ugly? Am I like this person? Or should I change myself? Should I be wearing what they're wearing? It was a time where I was questioning that a lot. And so I think listening to music to me was an escape from that, and realizing like there's other people out here who, are going through similar things as me. And it would just kind of take me to like this universe of like somewhere that wasn't where I was getting bullied. And so I think I really fell in love with music then.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just like, the nice harmonies and everything. It's deeper than that. Like, it's
Absolutely
coming from within. I feel like the best artists always, sometimes it comes from a place of pain, unfortunately, but like you repurpose your pain in this
Exactly.
life. And that's what music is for a lot of us.
Yeah.
So I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Well, can you tell us more about like your journey, from being born in New York and then living in Ohio and then living in Houston and now you're in LA? Like, give us the full rundown.
I got you.
Okay.
So I remember bits of being in New York. I don't remember it too much. I remember going to like a Catholic school. I was really bad as a kid, y'all. Like, I was so bad. Like, I was always in the principal's office, and I would just do things. Like, I remember being in mass, and my friend was like, "Put your middle finger up," and I was like, okay. I started waving it around. They're praying, and I'm just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I would just do bad stuff all the time, and so I just remember like stuff like that from New York, and just taking the subway a lot, being with my mom. And then we ended up actually moving to New Jersey for a little bit, for like 2 years. We lived in a town called Plainsboro, and I really loved Plainsboro. I had like lots of friends from all over. I remember I had Indian friends, and I would eat with them all the time. We'd sit on the floor, use our hands to eat. Like, it was just different experiences that I had just like never experienced before. And then when I was 7, we moved to Cleveland, where my parents are originally from. And so we actually had moved in with my grandma. The economy had dropped, so my dad had just lost his job and was just trying to figure everything out. And so I spent most of my time there. That's where my dad actually started doing graphic design. So he started working for a church, and that was kind of like, I remember going to church in Jersey, but not as much as we were involved when we lived in Ohio, because he worked for the church. And so I spent a lot of my time there in Bible study. Like, I was there every day. Like, literally every day I was at church. Thursdays was choir, And so that's kind of what started my journey in music is church. And I remember too that I wasn't really allowed to listen to secular music like that. So the only CD that we had was Alicia Keys' Songs in A minor. Ooh. And that's kind of like what got me to really, really fall in love with music and being in the choir and learning soprano, alto, tenor, and these different harmonies and things like that. And then I got into theater, and I had just always really loved like musicals. Like, I remember Annie and being on the floor, like scrubbing the floor as a kid and singing the song at the top of my lungs, and Bye Bye Birdie and Grease. And so my mom had asked me if I wanted to be in theater, and I was like, of course I do. And so Music Man is one that I did first. And then I also did Aladdin, but I did like the spotlight. I wasn't like in it. I don't know why I was there, but I was.
You made sure you were part of the show.
And then I started like really auditioning for them, and I like was just so nervous. So like I wasn't good on the acting side, but I could sing. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and kill it, And so they would give me solos, but I started stage managing. So I would actually be cueing everybody on the sides, and then I'd like hop on stage and do like a solo, and then hop off stage and be doing everything, emails, all of that,
Wow.
And then we ended up moving across the country to Texas my senior year of high school.
No.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bittersweet. I left my high school boyfriend there, you know. I was like in tears, like, no, don't take me away. But honestly, I'm glad because a lot of people get stuck in Ohio. And I think if my parents didn't take me out of Ohio, I might not be here today. So I'm grateful for it. Yeah. So we ended up moving to Texas, and I graduated high school and I went to college, and I kind of forgot about theater, kind of forgot about music. I was doing like modeling a lot, like meeting with photographers and just shooting and doing like collaborative stuff like that because I really wanted to model. Yeah. And I remember being in my dorm room and we were doing karaoke and they were like, girl, you could sing. And I was like, wait, I can. And I was so excited. And I went up to my dorm room and I started like writing a song and I was like, okay, I'm going to take this serious. And so we ended up moving to like a really small town in Texas called Victoria. Okay. And so I decided, COVID happened, they sent us home and I was like, I'm going to move to Houston. I ended up getting a check because I was in high school hit by a car. It's a whole nother story.
Oh my God.
I was hit by a car, ripped all the ligaments off my kneecap, cracked my femor. It was really bad, but I got a check for it, so I was able to move out of my parents' house.
Yeah, got you. I'm glad you're here to tell the story.
You know, there's a lot of like interlying stories, but I'm just trying to get to like, you know. And so, I moved to Houston, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pursue this music, and I ended up getting in touch with Rap A Lot and J Prince Jr. and trying to like figure that out, but you know, they do like gangsta shit. Yeah. I'm not like gangsta, you know. I'm more like, you know what I mean? So I was like trying to figure it out, but I couldn't find anybody who could teach me how to write R&B songs or, you know, the lane that I was trying to be in. Yeah. And so I started bottle girling, and that kind of consumed a lot of my time. And I kind of forgot about music again. Mm-hmm. And one day I got a call from my boss that was like, hey, the governor made a law that you can't be under 21 working at a strip club, so you're kind of out of a job. And I was bottle girling at Onyx at the time. Mm-hmm. And so, I was out of a job, just totaled my BMW, just got approved for a new apartment that was bigger and more expensive than one I was in. And I was like, what am I going to do?
Impeccable timing.
You know, like, wow, great. And so I was in tears, just sitting on my bed, and I put on some gospel music and just started praying. And this sermon came on of Tyler Perry and was like, what's your purpose? And I was like, I came here to do music, and I didn't even do music. Like, what am I doing? Like, and I just had this realization of like, okay, I need to do something. And I called my friend who lived in LA, and I was like, hey, is it cool if I come stay on your couch? Like, I don't got no money. I can book a ticket, but that's about it. But I will come out there. I will hustle. Like, I will try to find a job. I will try to, you know, pay my part on the bills. Like, can you give me like a month, you know? And he's like, yeah, come out here. So I came out to LA and was just trying to figure it out. I worked at Zara. I was doing like video vixen stuff. I was like in DDG's music video and Offset, and that was kind of like my into the industry of like being around people who were close to the industry. Mm-hmm. And so I started going to all of my favorite artists' Instagrams and looking at who they're following and going to their producers that they're working with, photographers, videographers, everybody I could. And I was like, I want to work, you know? Yeah. And so that was kind of how I started getting into the studio and actually working with people and realizing like the structure of what a song actually looks like and like verse and, you know, and all of that stuff. And I ended up meeting my manager at the time, Reggie, and he just reached out to me on Instagram and was like, hey, I want to meet you. And I was like, okay. And he was managing Ray Vaughn at the time, and I remember like a friend of mine being like, oh, how do you know him? Like he's doing big things right now. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna have this meeting, right? Yeah. And so I go to the studio and we meet and I play him some songs that I had been working on, and I ended up doing a song that day too. And my boyfriend at the time had just broke up with me, so I was heartbroken. But I made such a great song, so it's okay.
Oh, beautiful. Repurpose the pain.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. I was so heartbroken. And he was like, I want to manage you. So it was like a bad day, but a good day at the same time, because like that was good, you know? And so because I had just been broken up with and I kind of needed to figure out my own situation out because we were living together, I was like, I'm going to go back to Houston. And it was October at the time, October of 2021. I was like, I'm going to be back January. I promise you I'm going to be back January. And he's like, okay. So I go back to Houston and I worked my ass off. I was working 24-hour days.
Wow.
I had a job at this store in the Galleria Mall called Agenda, working as just like styling people and selling them clothes. And then like this was the store that you go to get your club outfit. So I was also booking sections as I'm like styling people because I'm like, oh, what you getting the outfit for? Like you going out to, you know where I'm supposed to go. Actually, I'm working here tonight. You should be there. You know what I mean?
I love it.
And so I was just hustling. And I was back January 5th of 2022.
Let's go.
And I have been here ever since.
Yes.
And I just kept doing the same and just reaching out to people. And I reached out to a producer named Emil. At first, he curved me. It's okay. He was like, girl, I'm too busy for you. And I was like, you know what?
means not.
That's fine.
Or next opportunity.
You know what I mean? And so I stayed consistent, just doing content myself, working my 9 to 5, trying to pay my bills, trying to, do everything. And I remember Emil reaching back out to me like a year and a half later, like, wow, you're like putting in work. Like, I see you working hard. Like, let's meet. I want to meet you. And so I met him, told him my story, and he's like, let's work. And he told me, listen, I only have like an hour a day. If I hit you up, will you come to the studio? Like, I'm booked, but I'm going to make time to work with you. And I was like, I will drop everything, And so that's what I did. If he hit me up, I was in that studio. And one of my songs that's out called Baggage is the first one we did. And we did it in an hour.
Wow. I was about to say, I actually wanted to bring up that song, but I oh my God. I've had that song on repeat. It's also relatable, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, listening to it, I was like, girl, yes, speak on it. I love it so bad. But yeah, no, that's amazing. Like, your hustle, your drive is what you need to have coming into an industry like this, and just being in LA, period. Like, even if you weren't in music, just being out here, you need that. So I applaud you. I give you your flowers because that is, it's inspiring and motivating for both T and I, honestly.
Yeah, I love it.
And I do want to ask you, like, your look is so unique. Like, when did the hair, like the color, come into play? What's the story behind that?
My boyfriend hates this story.
Oh.
But it's true.
But I might like it, so.
So I was dating this guy when I first moved here, and like, he's an artist or whatever. And his thing is like not green, but it's like an object that's green. And he used to just play with me. Like, he'd be like, do you want to be exclusive? And I'd be like, of course I do. What do you mean? Are you kidding? And then like, he would disappear.
Oh. He was one of those.
Yes. And so I was like, oh, okay, bet. You know what? I'm in this industry too. And I'm about to do everything green, and it's going to piss you off because I took your stuff and I ran with it, and I'm doing it better than you.
Oh!
And I've had green hair for 4 years.
Oh, yes.
She did it out of spite.
Yeah.
We love it.
That's so good.
We love it. Oh my God, I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to love this story.
Yeah, I knew it too.
He can hate it, but we love it. So, thank you for sharing that. Okay. So what I do want to ask, speaking about your music, okay, your song Letya is trending in Africa, specifically Lagos in South Africa. So congratulations on that. How do you feel? How does like that feel?
It feels really good. I think as an artist, it's hard to be like, oh my gosh, this is like happening right now, because everybody else is like, we still gotta move, we gotta keep pushing, we gotta, and a lot of the times they're like, well, this artist is doing these numbers and you're doing these numbers, and it's like, it's moving, but you always have so much pressure on you from everybody else that's like, okay, but it has to grow more, So I'm celebrating, I'm really excited about it, I'm checking the numbers every day, but I'm also trying to like just enjoy the fact that I'm able to do what I love for a living, and like,
Yes.
It's just doing good. So I'm excited about it, and yeah.
I'm excited for you. Like, that's an amazing, like, feat, you know what I mean? Like, not everyone can say that. So, congrats again.
Thank you.
So, actually, what can fans expect from you next? Any upcoming shows, new music coming up?
There is a lot coming up. I just released Letya, which is the start of something.
Oh.
It is an EP that will be coming out. There will be another feature.
Oh.
And I'm excited because there are songs that I've done that I really think reflect who I am. I really love my first project, Down the Rabbit Hole, and it's beautiful. But I think I'm digging a little deeper with this next project. I'm gonna give you the tea on the name. It's called Los Angeles Blues with a Z.
Okay. Well, we are looking forward to that.
Yes. And I'm excited. I'm really, really, really excited about it. The visuals are going to be great. And I really hope it tells the story that I want to tell.
I feel like just hearing you speak, I feel like it will. I feel like when you put your all, like you put your heart, soul, and everything in between into your music and your artistry. So I'm excited to hear and excited to see, what that looks like. So y'all make sure y'all check it for her, okay? All right, so next we're going to move on to a segment called Spill It. So T, you want to take that away?
When can we expect this EP to be released?
You can expect another single at the top or end of January, early February.
Okay, so it's coming. Okay.
It is.
Sorry.
All the way.
Some questions I have for you. What's a show you'll never forget for good or bad reasons?
I will never forget my show at the Peppermint Club. I personally feel like it was my first show. Even though I had done a performance, which was my first performance, it was at a fashion show, which was really cool. But like my first show where these people were actually coming to see me and hear me sing, my songs was the Peppermint Club. And I will never forget it because I messed up a little bit, but I was able to just keep going, and I was really proud of myself because a lot of the times I really, really get in my head, and I was really proud that I was able to mess up and be like, okay, cool, keep going, and like keep the energy. And so I was really proud of that moment, and just it being my first show being at the Peppermint Club. I know that that's such like a staple place in LA, and I think that being my first show just kind of gets me excited about my career and where it's gonna go.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, the show must go on. You're a theater kid, so you got to know that.
What was the mistake you made?
Honestly, I ran out of breath.
Oh, I hate when that
I just like ran out of breath, and I was like, okay, keep going.
But you bounced back.
I'm sure you were the only one that noticed.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the biggest oh shit moment during a show? Oh, would you say that was the biggest one? How did you recover? Or do you have a different one?
I did one recently, and the mic did not work.
What'd you do?
Thankfully noticed that the speakers were the speakers, and instead of like doing just the track, I was like, I'm gonna play my back vocals on this one. And I'm glad I did, because I just kept going and just put the mic down and was just like, okay, whatever, we just gonna do this.
We gonna run it.
I love that you just keep it pushing, because I remember going to a festival called Day in Vegas, and I was super excited to see Summer Walker, and something was going on with her mic too, but she just stormed off like a diva and performed maybe like 2 songs.
Yeah.
And she just said, fuck this, I'm out. But I give you all your flowers and all the respect to just keep pushing.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Sometimes it feels like that, especially when you feel like people aren't listening to you, and you feel like I gave you like all the instructions on how to do this, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like things happen, and I think having fun is the biggest point for me, and being able to enjoy my fans, because without my fans, like I wouldn't be able to be an artist. Right. So I think being able to give my fans what they deserve is my like thought process.
100%.
I love that you don't seek for external validation. You validate yourself, and you bet on yourself and believe in yourself, and that's enough.
Yeah.
A lot of people lack that. So I admire that about you.
And then they crash out.
Yes, and then they crash out. Have you ever gone into artist beef?
I don't know. I don't think so. There's this girl, I don't even know her, but I was like on somebody's page, and I was looking at it, and I loved her pictures. I think it was a photographer, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's dope. She had green hair. I was like, come on, green hair girl. And I went to click on her page. It was gone. So of course I was like, boyfriend, let me get your phone, because why is this girl, why is her profile? So I go and look her up. She come up just fine. And I'm like, did you block me because my hair is green? Like, you think I'm like,
Trying
you
to
know
be
what I
you?
mean? Like, or like
Oh,
take your stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she was an artist too. I had never seen her before, but shoot, I hope she's doing good, and she looked good. So I hope you don't think we got boof, girl. beef, not boof, beef.
No, that's wild. She was like, oh no, she's trying to be me. No. That's wild.
But yeah, I feel like that's the only situation where I was just
She
like,
felt threatened by you.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I mean, but you're so focused like on you and just your own success
Yep.
and winning and stuff. You
Yeah.
weren't even thinking about nothing like that. But see, that's what happens when you seek that validation from other
Yep.
outside people.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
crash out.
Yeah.
So, you know, because I was so unnecessary.
I love that girl energy you have.
Man, if you got green hair, girl, let's match the outfit. I was that girl, like, let's match, girl. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I don't feel like I should be in competition with anybody, even artists. Like, we are all inspiration to each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should continue to be that. I know that, like, we're all striving to get to the top, but at the same time, I hope all of us get to the top.
Yeah.
You know?
She missed out on an opportunity to collab. That would have been a fire collab.
You know?
Okay.
Literally.
Just because of the look alone.
Or
Like,
a
know?
dope photo shoot.
Yeah.
the marketing. Like, hello.
Hello. It makes sense.
The green hair baddies.
Yeah. What's one misconception people have about being an artist or you in general?
That I have it all together. I think that a lot of people, especially, I think people don't like know the dynamics of being signed to a label. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, I'm signed, like my life is together, I have all the money in the world. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, I still am out here hustling. I'm still like working jobs and booking things and like working my ass off, you know, and like a lot of people don't see that side of the artistry. And I think a lot of people don't want you to as artists because they're kind of embarrassed by it. Like, they think they should be to this next standpoint. But at the end of the day, life is life and I have bills to pay. Like,
Right.
I'm not just going to sit on my ass and wait for something to come. Like, I'm going to work and get to it, even if I have to hop in the car and do Uber. Like, you know what I mean? And so I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have, is that artists are rich, or that if you're signed, like, you're rich. Like, just because I'm signed doesn't mean I'm rich. Of course, I have the opportunity to get paid by my music, but that's the win of that, and that I'm able to do what I love. And, you know, I just think that people should keep going and know that artists are working their ass off to get to where they are.
Exactly, because you don't sound like a person that gets comfortable or complacent. You know, you're looking for like that next jump, that next step,
Yes,
Yeah.
while still
exactly.
enjoying the journey that you're
Exactly.
on.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love this conversation.
Same. What's the biggest lesson music has taught you?
Ooh. I think the biggest lesson music has taught me is to know my music business. Like, music is one thing, but knowing your music business is another. And I think that a lot of people think you can just make music and, like, oh, if you go viral, you're going to be rich. Like, it doesn't work like that unless you have your business in play. You got to make sure, like, you know, that your splits are right. You got to make sure that your contracts are right, you know, and just like being prepared for anything. I was in a situation where I was not signed per se, but I had an investor, we had a contract, and she spent a lot of money and we got a lot done. I worked on a lot of music, and she ended up like flipping out because she fucked up on her part on the contract. And it didn't say that I had to pay her back any of the money she spent. And so instead of coming to me and being honest and being like, hey, this is my first go round too, you know, I'm new in music as well, like, I messed up the contract and I didn't put anything in there where I recoup my money back, you know, from your music. Is it okay if we, you know, write up a new contract and, you know, you re-sign? I'd be like, oh yeah, of course, like, I get it, like, I'm new to this too, you know. Instead she was like, I need you to sign this contract or I'm not releasing any of your music, you know.
Excuse
and
me? Like, whoa,
so
why
that
are you
was
cornering
like,
me?
you know what I mean? And so that was like my first, like, oh, this is a lesson, because
Yeah.
I was able to get out of that. I don't owe her anything. You know what I
good.
mean? I was able to have the experience of working with writers who were paid, who kind of taught me how to write music.
Yeah.
You know, producers showing me the structure of a song, and I'm like grateful for it. You know, she paid for my crib for the whole year. She bought me a car. Like, you know, I had a great time, and I was able to do it full time, and it was a great experience. But it also taught me, okay, learn your music business.
Yeah.
You know, like, make sure that this next situation can't come into this and you're not able to release music. You know what I mean?
100%.
So yeah.
So what happened with the work you did with her? Where is it at?
On my phone.
And you just can't release any of it?
She brought 7 songs. I want to say we probably did about 100. So I actually am releasing something on the EP that was around that time. It's not one that she bought specifically, but it was one that I worked on around that time, and I'm really excited about it because it's old and I'm getting to share it with people because I've just been sitting on it for so long, and this is one that actually has the feature on it. So I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. What is the craziest thing someone's asked you to do for exposure?
Because that does happen. Even in the DJ world, it's like, hey, like if you come, bring like 30 people, but we can only pay you an exposure though. Like some gigs, I do understand exposure. I get it. I totally get it. But then there's some that is just like,
we want you to DJ topless with
oh my gosh,
pasties with
literally
tassels
crazy. It's literally insane. No, seriously. I think for me, I haven't experienced this in the music world, like to that extent. Like I've definitely had like producers like be like, oh, I want to work. And then like I get to the studio, I play a bunch of songs and I'm like, okay, let's work. And they're like, oh, I thought we were just chilling. And I'm like,
oh no.
One of those.
No.
I'm like, sir, I'm leaving. Like, please don't.
You're wasting my time.
But I feel like I have this in the acting community. Like I feel like because of my look and my tattoos and my colored hair, I get a lot of like stripper roles or like drug addict roles or like roles that just I would not take, you know what I mean?
They try to typecast you.
You know, and I mean even the first role I took, which I am so blessed with and love, I mean it was topless, you know, but I took it because of I was able to show my acting skills, and it wasn't like I was like doing anything crazy. It was just like I was in my home topless, you know what I mean? And I just opened the door and was like, what y'all want, you know? But I feel like I definitely experienced this in the acting world.
Gotcha.
For sure. That I'm like gonna have to decline.
Yeah. How long have you had the tattoos, by the way? Or at least on the neck?
I've had this tattoo since I was 19, so I'm 24.
I'm just looking at your. Are you a Pisces?
I am a Pisces.
I am a Pisces too.
Yes.
I'm glad I asked. Because I was like, look at the tattoo. I was like, man, it's so intricate. I wonder, like, how
are you a
hurt?
simp like us?
She's a lover girl.
Get me.
She's a lover girl, but she's a baddie.
Yeah.
Little boss
Literally,
babe baddie.
it's okay, but I will give you the world. Literally.
I love that. Wow, this is crazy. Speaking of crazy, what is the craziest after party or show, your story that you're allowed to tell?
Craziest after party or show. It's not an after party or a show, but I was recently booked to play a 70s character for a birthday party for, I'm not going to say the company, a big film company that like makes all of the huge films. And literally I just like walked around like, you're groovy, baby. Like literally that was it. Like
That was
that's
your
what I
one
did
line?
like the whole night. And then I just like danced on the dance floor and was just like,
I love
yes,
that.
I'm having such a good time. And I just thought it was so crazy. Like I get paid to like
Say one line.
just be.
You're groovy, baby. Oh, wait. But did you have to like wear an afro and everything too? Did they make you...
I had braids at the time, but they put me in like 70s like outfit.
Ooh,
and like
I love
I like
that.
had to like walk around and like they had like this fake club set up, and so like I had to just walk around and be like, "Will I see you at the club later? Like, are you guys coming to the club?" And then like they had us like scream like when the club was opening, like to tell everybody the club was opening. So we had to run through the crowd and be like, the club is opening. And they had fake bouncers at the front, and we were like, come on, let us in, we're on the list. Like it was just so fun. Like I was like, wait, this is life. Like this is crazy.
I'm getting paid to do this?
Like what?
I still can't get over it that you're groovy, baby.
You're groovy, baby. That's such a groovy outfit you have on. Like,
I'm on the list.
like, what?
That sounds like real life. Well, thank you for sharing that. So we're going to jump right over to current spin. So what's everyone listening to right now musically? Like, is there anything you have on repeat
Or you just like really
Folded has me in a
yes.
like Kaylani girl, what did you put in that song?
right.
She put crack in it.
She really did.
She folded it with crack.
Yes.
So speaking of music, I do want to let y'all know if you're a DJ and you're looking for any of Autumn Paige's music to spin, head over to bpmsupreme.com and use the code SPINSPILL25 for 25% off your subscription. Okay. Yes. Thank me later. All right, so we're gonna move on to our last segment of the day, the after party segment. T, if you want to go ahead.
Yes. If you could tell your younger self one thing before your first show, what would it be?
Have fun. I remember my first show, and I just remember like some of the other artists being like so serious about it, and it's serious. Like performing is serious, and you should take it serious, absolutely. But like, you could tell that she just like was so in her head about it, and I can get that way too. And I just kind of remind myself, have fun. If you have fun, they will have fun. If I'm overthinking it and I'm like missing steps and I'm like crashing out on stage, like they're not gonna have fun. Like they're gonna notice that, and you know. So I would just tell my younger self, have fun.
Have fun. See, I think that's great advice. I'm gonna take that advice too. You know, because before some gigs, I'm not gonna hold you. Like I used to really, really get real bad in my head, and I would just spiral, and I start sweating and just panicking. Because I'm like, as the time has gone on, it's just like enjoy being here. Like, do you know where you're at right now?
Right. People would want to be here.
Exactly.
Like, you know.
Embrace it.
Exactly.
So
Every time I get nervous and like I start getting the jitters or have anxiety attacks, I literally tell myself, T, fuck everything else, just have fun.
Literally.
Like
literally,
you can't go wrong if you're just having fun.
Yeah.
and then we take a shot.
Yep. What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten about music or life?
Music or life. God. Honestly, God has answered so many prayers. Like, I have no other logical explanation other than God and where I am, and to just put God first. Like, put God first, and
Love that.
life will be great.
Amen.
Amen. What's one non-music thing currently inspiring you?
Movies. I'm such a movie obsessed person. I have an AMC pass, so I be at the movies like every week. I have seen every new movie that's out, and I think it's just inspiring to see that a lot of people who are in film right now are artists.
Yeah.
And that they're gracing the screen and being able to do multiple things that they love. And yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Love it. What's the hardest part of being an artist that nobody talks about?
I think the hardest part about being an artist is all of the noise. You there's a scene on Him, the new movie that just came out, where he's about to go play one of his biggest games that is going to get him into college pretty much, or into the league pretty much. And he had an injury, and he's getting his hair cut, and you hear the buzzer really loud, and then you hear his mom yelling in the back because she doesn't want him to play because he had this injury, and then you hear his phone going ding, 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 ding. And it's like there's so much noise. You have people calling you all the time, asking you for things because they think that you're somewhere that you're not, and you have people telling you opinions about social media. You're posting too much. You're not posting enough. It's not polished enough. It's too polished. People want to know who you are. People need to hear your music. Don't post your music. And it's like, what? Like, there's just so much. And then not only that, you have the songs. This song isn't a hit. This song isn't a hit. This song isn't a hit. It has to be a hit or I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just so much noise, and I just want to make music and enjoy it. And like, people just don't see all of the noise from everything. And it's a lot because it's coming from everywhere. And we kind of have to hold this on our shoulders while trying to get to the next level.
And then on top of that, we're women, so we have to look a certain way a lot of the time too. Yes. Cannot let your look go to shit. No, not even a little bit. Not for a day.
Nope.
Forget about it. Nope.
I can relate to all of that. Yes. Well, thank you for answering all those questions.
Yes.
Could you please share with our viewers where they could find you on socials?
Yes, you can find me at the Autumn like the season Paige, Paige, everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all of that. And you can find my music everywhere too. Just look up Autumn Paige.
Yes. Well, Miss Autumn Paige, I want to thank you so much for coming on our show. It really is an honor. Loved talking to you. I feel like we could talk even more, but we'd be here for 2 hours. So definitely need to like hang out and kick it and just pick your brain even more and then go take shots somewhere.
Absolutely.
I would love that.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much. Well, all right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ding that notification bell down below so you can get notified whenever we post new videos. So with that being said, I'm your host, Jay Nikolé.
And I'm your co-host, Lady T.
And thank you for tuning in.